Hi everyone, happy Mother's Day. I hope you're enjoying the day like I am, with nothing to do but lounge around on my deck and enjoy this beautiful weather and think about Mom. Which reminds me of a visit I had recently with Michelle McClee, an interior designer who celebrates Mom every day in her home. Take a look. Tell me about Mom. She's 86 and she still works?
She's 86. She still works at KFUO radio station until we find out if the station's been sold or not, and then she's unemployed, and I don't think she'll get the unemployment line, but
At 86 years old.
I tell her she had to go find another job. She can't sit around all day.
I'll hire her. Okay, Michelle, tell me about this bed here.
This bed was a lesson learned about people who are older sleeping in a bed that's too high. It's supposed to be up on the frame, but when I brought my mother home from the hospital, after she had her pacemaker put in, it was too high for her. She couldn't get in the bed. We had all kinds of problems, so it's sitting on the floor. But other than that, she loves it.
So this is her Hollywood glam bed, huh?
Yeah.
And where did you get it?
Ashley. Isn't that the name?
Yeah, Ashley Furniture.
I knew it was in Phillips, but I couldn't remember what the name was.
Very cool.
This is her sitting room, and these are the chairs that she had. They're barrel chairs. She's been sitting in these things since the 60s. They started out green, really dark emerald green, and they were orange. And now they're all these fun colors that go with this spa-colored room.
Spa-colored room. So tell me about the floor in Mom's room here.
This floor is reclaimed lumber. It came out of a house in Ladue that was being torn down, and everything in the house was up for grabs for sale. And my husband had to go over with somebody else and take all the flooring up and then bring it over and reinstall it. It didn't look anything like this when we got it home. That was horrible. It was very meticulous, painstaking work to clean this all up. And we had a professional guy come in and refinish it.
You've got a lot of character right here.
ADA accessible bathroom. She doesn't need to get up, but it's got the space for a wheelchair to turn, and the floor is all the same level. It's heated. I laid the heating coils myself. She's got a bench to sit on in here, and shower head and handheld shower. Dirty washcloths are always nice to see. And I believe all of this stuff came from Henry Plumbing. Light fixtures came from Metro Electric lighting supply, but this combination here and that was all from Henry Plumbing. And then this is an old bench that I reupholstered to match her chairs.
So you've mixed a lot of the old and new in your space here.
Yes. I tried to incorporate as much of my mother's stuff as I could in here to make her feel at home.
Neat. So what do we have here, Michelle?
More things from my mother's home. These drapes are older than me. These were from the 50s, and this was in the room before it became my bedroom. It was a little tiny bedroom. These were the drapes. This is part of the office furniture. There's a desk up in our attic that goes with this, but this is unfinished furniture that my mother painted. The rest of the bookshelves are in the living room. And these are pieces out of my husband's mother's house.
So this little half bath you've created with vintage fabric and things from your mother's house.
And my husband's father's house.
And your husband's mother's and father's house.
And this used to be an old phonograph thing where the lid lifted up for the record player. And this actually came out of somebody's house that my husband was her real estate agent. And I had to keep that piece until I figured out what to do with it, and this is what I came up with.
The pattern on this is just so fun, and it looks like it is still good.
Yes, everything
like
is
it's
old
still
as new again.
Beautiful. And it hasn't really faded or anything. How is that?
I don't know. She had it. I think she had them in a drawer, folded up in a drawer. And I took them up to Morgan Thaler's and had them dry clean them for me. They're up there on the southwest in Bellevue and Maplewood.
Well,
but they are in still good shape.
Thank you, Mom, for those.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, Michelle, this is absolutely a beautiful room, and it's a lot of family finds, flea market finds. Is that right?
Mostly family.
Mostly family.
The two chairs to the left were my mom's. They were in her house back in the 50s, same time that vintage fabric from the bathroom was in her house. This table is, a neighbor gave me that, and we cut the legs off and made it into a coffee table. Painted it cream color. The leather furniture I've had for a while. The luggage, all except for one piece, was my mom and dad's luggage. The bookshelves were my mom's. They were in the room that was the office.
Okay, so I love what you did with your luggage. This is actually family vintage luggage.
All of it's from my mom and dad, except for that top piece was the same lady that we got the bathroom vanity from. We got a lot of really great pieces from her house. That was a piece of her luggage. And that wreath is still hanging up on the wall because I don't have anything else to put up there yet. But my mother's next door neighbor made that, and it was something that she used to put out all the time. So again, trying to incorporate my mother's things. The two lamps are from my mother's house, I believe from the 60s. And all those radios and cameras up there are family. That clock used to be hanging up in our basement above the TV, and it worked just fine until we brought it over here and plugged it in, and then it stopped working. So my husband is redoing it and putting a battery pack on the back. We just haven't gotten that done yet.
And this chair here was from your mom's house.
Yes.
Vintage chair.
And the stained glass up there used to be on the other side of this room in a window. We had that taken out, and John just set it up there.
And he made you this fireplace,
He
right?
built that fireplace for me. It was a wedding present
A wedding present.
in '99.
And you said your vows here, right?
We did, right in front of it.
Right in front of it. It's just beautiful. And I love how you have mixed the old sort of look with the more retro modern.
And that clock is from my dad's side of the family. It's very old.
Have you used anything new in the space?
Well, the leather furniture was new about 10 years ago. An outfit that I had as a very young girl, I cut it up and made it into pillows so I could keep it.
You kept your outfit as a young girl, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, so we should hang on to our old fabric.
Yeah, you can reuse them.
Neat. And your lamp here, tell us about your gorgeous lamp.
Found that on eBay. Some guy named the Chandelier Guy, who's a designer in the Carolinas, buys vintage antique lamps and restores them, and they were just hanging up. It's ready to go. I thought this thing was great. I had to have it.
Yeah, it really, really sets off the room, just makes it.
It's the jewel.
Love it. And I bet these chairs look really great at the end of the table.
They do.
Let's look. So when you want more seating, you just pull up your Chinese chairs. Doesn't that look great? And you're ready for Easter here.
Yay!
Fun.
And I found that lamp back there at an antique shop. That was pretty ugly, but I liked it.
Ugly, but you liked it.
And it goes with the room.
It goes with the room, and you made it look great. It just shows that there's a place for everything, right? There sure is. Fun.
That is from my mother's side of the family. So in just a few minutes, this one will be chiming, and the one in the living room will be chiming. 12 o'clock's great when you get 24 chimes.
So if my battery doesn't run out, we're going to hear it here in just a second. Cool.
More of my mom's stuff that I wanted to put out. She used to do a lot of craft things. She used to be a Girl Scout leader, and she'd sit down in the basement and watch TV, and those are all little sequins pinned onto a styrofoam egg, and she's got one wrapped in yarn and some other ones there. And I tried to put some of those out for her. Well, I didn't try. I actually did put some of those out for her.
So we're trying this. See if I can hold the camera out here with my arm and talk to Michelle at the same time.
I think you're doing a fine job.
Michelle's really involved in the community, and tell us what you're doing with Stages.
I am the wardrobe supervisor for Stages. My contract starts May 10th, and I work till October the 8th. And Then that's 6 months out of the year, and then I do interior design work and staging for my husband's real estate business the other 6 months out of the year. And I make draperies.
And you make draperies. Everyone should know about Michelle. Use her for draperies, have her decorate your house. You're really doing a great job, and I've been really inspired by your place today.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much.